Welcome, Aquarius, lovely Aquarius. How you doing? This is your energy tarot reading, going from the 14th to the 20th of October. Super moon during this week, I think. So yes, there has been a lot going on with the energies. I don't know if you've seen the energies and the energy updates. Do go and have a look. It does help you out in regards to the readings. It also can help you out in regards to sort of like your health and just sort of like mental well-being and stuff like that, according to what's going on in the energies and how it's affecting us as individuals. So we are going to be getting some messages from the Astroflower again and pulling some tarot cards, and then we're going to be looking at the energies and seeing how that's playing in with your elements, and we'll be pulling a few cards on how those elements that are coming into your life, how they may sort of affect it in any way. So without further ado, let's start off with the messages from the Astroflower. So let's just bring up the Astroflower. There she comes. Yes, I will be doing lives as we go forward in life. At the moment, I'm starting them on the weeklies, but we will be doing more as we go forward. Let's just get on for you and your reading. Let's just see what's going on your overall energies. There's a lot of fire in there, Aquarius. Why did I call you Sagittarius? Maybe you're with the Sagittarians. I don't know why. I didn't even do a Sagittarian reading today or yesterday. Okay, so yeah, Aquarius, there's a lot of fire coming into within you. It almost feels like a little bit like frustration. The last week, 10 days may have been a little bit easier because it was really earth energy. Now, the flares that have been coming through and the energies that are coming through from the sun, they are changing the vibration from air going onto other stuff, which we'll see in a minute, and certainly seen in the energy updates. And this seems to be a bit of a frustrating transition for you more than anything else. And it shouldn't be that bad because you do have a lot of fire in you. Okay, so let's just see what's going on here. There's a lot on relationship side. It seems to be, it's cresting outwards. It's definitely going out to meet the world. It's like you're going out there, but it's as if like you're being confronted with a force that's equal to yours. And I don't mean that necessarily within a person. I think that's generally in life more than anything else. On your sort of financial sort of side, well, there's more energy towards the future, but it is split in two halves here, and it's like you're sort of like kind of going, right, regroup yourself, come on in, let's get going. That's what it feels like. It seems like a real desire to get moving on and get going. So yeah, interesting week. Let's just see what's going on. There we go, temperance, patience. Yeah, I think this transition of energies that we're going through at the moment, and it is a very strong transition of energies. And we've also got Pluto that's going to be going into your sign from the 19th of November. That may really start affecting you as well. And it is turning, the idea is, this is what I see it more on the financial side than on the relationship side. But it's turning negative into positive. It's being able to strike a deal that's, strike a way of doing things, a deal with yourself. In a way of sort of like getting on and sort of like getting a bit of motivation, getting a bit of direction, getting a bit of traction in life. On the relationship side, it just seems like it's a little bit difficult to pierce through the veil, as it were. You know, just when you get one thing arranged, sorted out, another thing comes on, and then once you get that sorted out, there's another thing. It's stopping you from sort of going forward. That's the sort of energies that I'm getting out of it. But then in that time there, it could be a good way for you to just back them off, as it were. As the things come in, kind of going, actually not my problem. And I know it can be a bit tough on people to say that sometimes. But sometimes maybe you need to say that. It's, everybody's got to, we're all in the boat together. we might as well all row together, you know. So let's just see what's going on there, see what's going on the relationship side. It's on your karmic path here. I get a lot of it's very heavy energy, to be honest. And it's desiring, it's a bit like a tornado in a way. And it's mixing up a lot within you. And I think that's part of the autumn period coming into view, as it were, within your year. It's a bit of reminiscing as well. It's like as if, like, you know, when life is difficult, and you know everybody gets difficult times in life. It seems like here is like we reminisce to times when it was a lot easier. Yeah, but then there is a reason we reminisce to those times that are a lot easier, and it's more of a case of kind of going, looking at those times and sort of saying, what was I doing differently then? What I'm not doing now. And that's the sort of where your past seems to be a little bit of a key in the situation there. That sort of that reminiscing sort of aspect about life that's coming into your life is helping you to sort of see how things were a little bit easier and why was it a little bit easier. Once you get that, if you can get that and you can find that out within you and try things out, that's when it really kicks in. And there's a real sort of positive outcome. And in the lessons for the week, don't carry it all. Don't carry it all. Don't try and do everything. You know, we've all got limits of what we can do. Just don't try and do everything. On your karmic path, there is work to be done. 8 of Pentacles. Definitely work to be done here on your karmic path, on your relationship side. I think you need to be I think you need to hear what you should be going through. So saying to yourself, what do I need to experience in this life? And start opening up that sort of angle of your engagement, emotions and so forth. Connection to the universe, you get the 10 of Wands. It's pretty much what I was sort of feeling there. There is a sort of like trying to do everything. Just don't try and do everything. And you've got that's within your connections with the world around you. But look at that, in the past, as I said, reminiscing in the past. This is your past connection to your future connection. Your past connection, you get the 10 of Cups. Happiness after difficulty. And this is where you're going to, maybe if life is a little bit difficult in the way of love and in the way of relationships at the moment, to make it easier, just look into the past. Look when you were happy and see what was different to what is in the future or what you're doing now. In your future self, you get the 3 of Pentacles. Totally. Good quality work. That's what that's all about. You're doing good quality work, so then you can combine your good quality work within your spirit. So this is this whole reminiscing thing to sort of seeing how it's working easier. And it might be turn out that, you know, I might be doing something within my relationship that my partner might sort of turn around and sort of say, you know, I can't believe you're actually, you know, you're doing this. And I notice how it makes things, how it makes the relationship a little bit difficult. So I can only change what I input to it. I can't change what my partner inputs into it, but I can change what I input into it. And if we both do that together, we're going to find a happy medium. And I think this is what you're looking for. Yeah, exactly. Don't try and do everything. This is on the lessons for the week. There's a lot more joy that needs to come in. I think you need to, you know, I've been watching your tarots in particularly for the last year and a half, really, because there was a big change around about that time. And you were really on fire. You were doing incredibly well, but there seems to have been a sticking point over the past month and a half, 2 months maybe. And this could have something to do with that Pluto situation. Enjoy and be gentle with yourself, I think, is really important if you're going to find the best engagement with the people that are around you. On your financial side, this is where the karmic path is really starting to, it's building something here. It's building like a tower of understanding. It's building a position in life. And it seems like here on your karmic path, you have to go into it seems like this is that whole finding a drive within you again, but you need an object for that drive. So you need to drive onto a plan And I think this is where the karmic path is sort of like being very clear for you about sort of kind of going, if I want this out of life, I've got to do this. And that's what it seems like your karmic path is doing. How's it playing in with the connection with you? It's regrouping. It's almost as if like it's like acorns to oak trees here. It feels like there's someone that you've known in the past, and I think it's just work connected, but it might not well be. It might be a sociable thing as well, but I think it's mainly work connected. It may well be someone that you knew in the past that comes back on the scene, that gives you that direction, that gives you that purpose, that gives you that that opens the door to let the light through so you can go after that light. And that's what I feel like here is like, that's what's happening. And I think your karmic path is also helping you do that. And it builds for a really good, that person there could sort of say, oh, there's a position going at the company I'm working for. And so you get a new job. Or if you're running your business, you meet someone who's doing a different type of business or different things within their business. And you get an idea on technology, of how their technology can help your business. And that point there, you get a goal and kind of going, how can I introduce that into my company? And that's where you're going for. And the goal at the top is really, it's really fiery. And I think you'll understand why things might have been a little bit difficult over the past sort of 2 or 3 months, because it was a learning curve for what you've got to do now. The lesson that comes out of this week here, I just get money, money, money. It's so funny in a rich man's world. That's what I get. It's like you've got to just go after the money. You know, I know that sounds really horrible, but yeah, do it. You know, it's. I think you can use that money to actually create a lot more. So basically, if I'm doing a job and I'm earning money, that allows me to explore the idea of becoming a painter and so forth. It just allows and gives me that sort of space. Cody, I can't go out now, mate. Cody's just come and said hello. Allez, va coucher. Va coucher. Je vais te donner un truc dans 2 minutes. Allez, va coucher. So if I'm doing a job, so I get enough money to the side to actually do another project, which actually then becomes much more sort of karmically linked and much more helpful to the world that is around me. And it seems like here it's sort of saying, you've got to make your, in France they say, make your kidneys really solid. So you've got the money, you've got the finances behind you to do what you want to do. And I think this is what you're going after here. You could even be going after a loan or something like that. The karmic path gives you the 5 of Swords. Internal conflict. I don't think it's conflict with the outside world. I don't think that's what I've been looking for, to sort of see, because it is, there's a person in the background there that you can well see, and it is about sort of walking away from conflicts that doesn't really serve you. But there's also, I get it more of a case, this is a question for yourself. This is not a question for the outside world. This is a question for yourself. And it's a way of sort of saying to yourself, stop beating yourself down and start building yourself up. And I think that's to do with that motivation. And I think once you stop trying to to sort of like punish yourself maybe, then I think you're going to come out with the good stuff. That is that offer that I was talking about, that someone in the past comes through like a knight in shining armor, gives you an offer, maybe an offer for a job, or gives you an idea for how to take your business to the next level. Whatever it is, it's definitely good time news. And look at that, from the past into your future. And that was what I was talking about, sort of like, it might have been difficult in the recent past, but that's a dummy run for your big success coming forward. And now she knows how it's going to unravel in front of her. She knows how the life is going to, fall into place. She's got a lot of confidence. And I think this is where you can really start understanding that in your financial world. That whatever you've done in the past, even if it's like just didn't work, the reason it didn't work is for you to understand a great deal. So the next time it will work. And I think this "it will work" is coming up. And yes, it is. Look at that. Six of Wands. That's on your financial side. It does look really, really good for you. Absolutely amazing for you in your future on the financial sort of side. Money, money, money. As I said, go for it. Go for it, Aquarius. I think it's gonna end very nicely for you. Very nicely indeed. Look at that. Out the top. Got the Queen and the King of Pentacles here. With the Six of Wands. Just look at that. Just look at it. It's like that is ultimately your future. That there. That is where you're coming. That is where you're coming from. Confidence, knowing how things work. The knowledge is put into place to bring you abundance. Money, money, money. It's very, very good for you. Very good for you indeed, Aquarius. Very good for you indeed. Financially, it looks like a fantastic thing. Let's have a look now. What we're going to do now is we're going to see, because obviously you've got all these petals here and you've got all these lines coming in, and those lines are actually different types of elements. And what we're going to do is we're going to look at the energies that have been coming through, okay, and then we're going to pull some cards on what elements are being affected within your flower, and we'll be able to get even more detail out of this reading. So let's just bring up the sun. So this is the sun from last week, the week that's just gone. The main things, there's 2 or 3 things that we should be paying attention to. There's these sunspots that just went out of view there. There's also lots of filament energies going on. But the main 2 features that I want to talk about is these 2 dark patches here. They're called coronal holes. They're earth energies. So they're very good for constructing futures. And you do have a lot of earth within you, Aquarius. Oh, no, you don't have a lot of earth within you, sorry, Aquarius. So it is important to play on the earth that you've got. We also see there's eruptions that come off from the sun here, which is also, it just came off up there actually. That was a filament and a solar flare eruption. So that was water, fire and air, which is pretty good for you really. That's your main compositions of your energies within your Astroflower. But when it does come off, you'll see that flare there gets erupted. And then you get that eruption that just happens there. And that increases that sort of coronal hole. So it increases the earth energy. And we've got that one that's just went through. And this one that's just coming through as well. So mainly the 2 vibrations that have been coming through from the sun in the prana energy is all about earth and water. So let's just have a quick look at your Astroflower. So here we go, the Astroflower for Aquarius, and you can see here there's lots of sort of water that sort of comes through you here, sort of comes through from your neighbour, as it were, Pisces, which is a pure water sign. So this is driving those emotions for determinations coming forward in through your career path, but then also leading into your stature within your relationship or your social standings and so forth. We do also see that water that is fixed water, which comes from your good self, because you are 2/3 air and 1/3 water, because you are the water bearer. And you do have quite a lot of fire going on, and those eruptions were fire energies. but because of the air, it tends to get absorbed by the air and etc. So it's mainly the earth vibration that we should be looking at. And the only earth that you do actually have in your sign here is this earth here, and that comes from your other neighbor, Capricorn. Capricorn is like your good self. It has two elements within them. It's 2/3 earth and 1/3 water. It's actually got more water in them than they do have earth, and they're a 4 sign. But that's not the case for you, Aquarius. It's just you're a straight sort of mixed sign, as it were. But this is the only energy that's coming in. So when I was talking about finding a direction for your fire of your interior, and that's what you get with this fire that comes down onto your central self, but also that sort of that fire that comes through you here, which comes from Aries, which is that cardinal fire, and that gives that sort of spiraling effect that I was talking about on the karmic path. And it needs to get sorted out, something that needs to get sorted out. But that's not going to be just yet, because that's what's leading into your future. That's what's pushing your future a little bit. And it's waiting to happen. The main thing that we are looking at is obviously on this section here, and this is where that cardinal water gets transformed into cardinal earth on Capricorn. And this allows you to convert your emotions through to physical well-being. And this, I think, as much as on your relationship side, but it does play into your financial side. It pulls it into there. And I think the direction of your financial side is going to be the most important aspect of it all. So let's just bring up your flowers again, shall we? There we go. So as we can see here on the Astroflower, you can see this crossing point, and this is the point that we're going to be just pulling a few cards on. We're going to be pulling a card, say, like on like the general energy of it. 8 of Swords. Is it a case of? This is it. I don't think it's a case of you being stuck and in a rut. No, I don't think it's that. I think you are actually. Funnily enough, at the moment. It may not look like that, but it might be that you realise that in the future. But once you start reminiscing about the past and realising how things really work for you, and in the this 8 of Swords is almost trying to sort of say the energy that's coming into you, because it's right underneath your subconscious. It's right on that part there. That's really that voice that's inside you. It's like the energy's coming in and sort of kind of going, okay, stop, Aquarius. Don't move anymore. Don't move. Don't move. Stop. Okay, now see what's going on around you. See where this 10 of Wands is doing too much. See where this inner conflict, because in theory, that's the only 2 things you got bad going for you, really. But it seems to be taking over your life. And that's possibly what you need to. I think the energy that's coming in for you at the moment is actually a really good thing. To just sort of say, okay, stop, Aquarius. Take stock. Now move forward. And in your relationship side, 9 of Wands. The way to break the 10 of Wands is to realise your healthy boundaries. And that's exactly what I said. Sort of like everybody's here. We're all in the same boat. We're all rowing together. And, everything should be helped. And I think that's where the mutable water allows you to play with the emotions in life. So you can have your healthy boundaries without them being sort of saying, no, you're not coming through. It's more kind of going, yeah, that'd be nice to do that, but not really at the moment. What about that? Look at that. That looks great. And, using that happy vibration that you've got within you, that Queen of Cups, in order to get the best out of life. On your financial side, it's bringing you the 5 of Cups. That's what it's playing to. So this is really weird. As I said, that's the 2 cards it's playing to. So you got the 9 of Wands to the 10 of Wands. Very progressional sort of stuff. And on this side here, you have the 5 of Swords and 5 of Cups. Now, 5s is all about transition. It's all about transition. It's the transition of realising, kind of going, okay, I've had last 2 or 3 months have been pretty disappointing. But look at those 2 of Cups that's just behind them. The moment that, and I think someone is coming in with one of those cups for you. And then you can go across that bridge and then go to that new town and then start exploring life in a whole new, complete way. It's the transition into a whole new beginning for you, or a whole new way of doing things. It's moving away from the disappointment of the past and moving to a future that is so much more in line for you, and much, much more enjoyable and rewarding. A lot more sort of money in it. So there you go, Aquarius. Thanking you very much for being here. Hope you get the best out of these readings. Very much support, appreciate all the support you show this channel through the YouTube system, and even if that is sharing the video across all social media, that'd be absolutely lovely. Don't forget about the energy updates. As I said, you'll find a lot more about energy going on there. Usually comes out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, around that sort of period there. It depends on what's going on in the sun. I will see you soon. In the meantime, don't forget, life should be fun, so please do enjoy.